What I'm gonna show you in this update is pretty big because it allows me to do a lot. I press my X and it summons this, which is same as this, because this uses the same map. But here it is. A pancake. We cooked, guys. And we can just plug these in as many times as we want. Because it's easy. Right? Did I run out of things? No. We're good. We can place them on top of each other. Hmm. Isn't that cool? Just gonna zoom in a little bit. How it feels to be on top. So, it's technically a world paintbrush as well. So I have this one piece. It worked, and we're gonna go from here in this episode building something interesting, because it's not just like two types of blocks being given. You can replace with any type of block. It's just a map. You can replace it with logic, not just a single block, but this can represent logic of you want to build a wall. I've seen this type of world building only one time and one time only, and it wasn't really used much. AdventureCraft. It brings me back to the old days. I'm not sure how advanced my logic for block building is gonna be. Again, wall is technically my limitation now. I can't wrap my head around building a tunnel. Like, this could be a nice little tunnel, right? I don't know how to do it at the moment. For another demo, I can pick this up and just plug trees. I actually have all the ingredients right now. I can probably even do it really fast. So this is the map we're using. 100% tree is a 4. And that's the third color. Everything has to match, basically. Like, the map has its own 3 colors, and you have to assign logic to it. Technically, there's a 4th color. It's gonna do exactly the same. And the middle color, just leave it as diamonds. I'm pretty sure, like, that's it. We just changed some numbers. Now I can start planting trees. Now, with trees, it can be a little bit tricky. I hope it works out. Don't forget to subscribe and support my project. Because this is not about building blocks, it's about rendering blocks. And lots of them. Alright. Here it is. Kind of. The other side is missing. I don't like that. But you get the idea. It's not about just one block. I can just plant trees, and it's pretty solid to me. Again, if graphical glitches wouldn't just take up space, it would look pretty nice. So I'm not exactly sure why the second or the 4th color didn't... Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting to update. Every time I make a change, I have to update. I keep forgetting that thing. So, since we have such an easy edit... By the way, this took me like, I don't know, 5 hours across 4 days, because, I don't know. It's tough. Alright, let's say it took me 5 days to make it. But it's just like insane amount of power now that I have this. You kind of see it's fluctuating in the air because you can apply noise to it, and I choose to do it on every single occasion. Because noise is a little bit more interesting than just putting a flat surface in there. And don't worry, those surfaces also connect with each other nicely with the same noise. I'm thinking we're gonna do the same thing and just fucking build something from Hytale now. If we see an interesting structure in Hytale, let's go build it. With the world edit. That one's crazy because it's the least interesting thing, and yet so recent. I mean, we're getting close. I don't really have meshes like that right now. I can only work with blocks. and maybe plug in some flowers. But I want to see something interesting, and that looks interesting. But there's probably a lot of stuff going on. I also get to see an outpost, but there's a lot of stuff going on here too. Yeah, this complicated structure. You know, I can build a maze easily. Are leaves just billboards? They look like billboards staring right at you. I wouldn't mind actually, if that's the case. Still looks good. We need something simple. People put a lot of effort into just building the damn thing. Like, I can't do the same, alright? I can't do like a very, very basic tower with like tall walls and stuff. That looks simple. Mm-hmm. Like a shrine. And I can use like different levels of noise to just elevate to random degree. It's gonna look very different, but maybe not far off. It's just not gonna have all this green shit. Putting up rocks. Like, that sounds pretty interesting. Applying noise. Not sure what I put in the middle, just a bunch of diamonds, I guess. Now, because I'm building games, I don't actually like random generation. Random generation seems just not tangible. Not something I can pick up easily and work with. While just like actually building the world seems a little bit more straightforward for me. Which is why I needed to grab this tool real quick. Oh, wow. I don't think we're gonna get anything but fancy shit. Building a garden, though, is not that crazy. We just need 3 types of flowers. Yeah. Alright, I can do both. Let's do both. I would put on a timer, but I'm not ready for shit like this. To be a speed run for me. Probably just gonna have to keep one of the canvases. Because an empty one is useful starting point. I find these kind of arrangements a little bit less useful, unfortunately. It's a very specific structure arrangement. And then you have something in the middle, basically. And I can plant a tree if I wanna. I can only plant one block size tree, unfortunately. There's no advanced logic, but that might be possible later. Advanced logic is pretty simple, right? It checks if this is happening, right? And then it, like, okay, this has that, this and that. So it has 4 things. You can build a bigger tree than usual. It's not that complicated. I would say the tunnel is the one that would have to get cracked for me to truly be satisfied that my world building has complex logic. Sure, this can be like a road, but not really. I might use another color for road. Is that a road? Because there's nothing. There's just like a platform. I can build like a little bit of stone structure around this. Another thing that I'm willing to add at some point is double map. Like, you can layer one map on top of the other. Usually just for a height map. Because you want, like, maybe elevate this platform in the middle to some extent, while these remain just noise alterations. And then the garden, we just focus on the garden. No buildings, no statues, please. So I think I need grass around it. Probably not. I'll just do like stone around it. Yeah, I'm basically calling out people as idiots for building things in a 3D world. What are you guys doing? You're wasting my time. Not to mention that there's potential for much more complex stuff based on your drawing skills. And yeah, I'm doing the same thing, like, using the same thing, which is texture map. Not textures. These are technically not textures, though. We can populate, like, some... Whoa. Red flowers. All over. I don't know. Just a ring. Maybe I'll make them taller to make them stand out. Now we're just gonna grab some textures. Center this, please. Again, welcome back to the cooking show, where we cook Hytale. Because it's still not existing. Again, even this doesn't have to be just grass. It can have infinitely complicated logic, can have bushes, can have trees spawning in there. But it's better if you define it through just one logic number. I almost like this to be bigger, but I guess I can just make the surrounding area smaller if I don't like it. Or blank. Alright, so we need a texture for stone. We need texture for same stone. We're not gonna use anything interesting here. And we need like 3 flower textures, and I have 1. And that one sucks. So, let's grab 3 flowers. And I think I'll just do the same rocks, but around this area. Can I steal? Is the question. Probably it's not even useful. I still this one, though. No, even that one looks cringe. Oh my god. Flower textures. I can't take from Minecraft unless it looks really good or just altered in general. I think this is fine, no? I just want something more simple, so tulip sounds pretty good, like that one. This and that, right? We have the blue flowers or whatever. Yeah, I just wanna... Might still cause transparency issues, though. What I'm excited to do with my engine is just to perform in a game jam. Because I deserve, alright? I can't make games with it, but I can make mini games. And impress a bunch of other game devs, or take the crown even. I'll take it. Alright, flowers are in. Just gotta get those Roman numerals corrected. And then we know this is row 3. This is a 7th. So 307, 308, and 309 are the IDs. I can add like 3 dots to represent 3. I'm realizing that flowers can fit here, which is a smaller texture. I just can't label it. It would be an X. Alright. I'm gonna snipe something reasonably good. I mean, just vanilla. Updated. Obviously, it has this shader on top of it. But maybe it's still gonna look good. There's also shadow. And a little bit of contrast filter, and we're like sort of there. Alright, guys. Let's add this to the game. I feel like these needs contrast too. They look kind of dull. Bam. Fixed it. Moving on. How does it want to place trees? I wanted flowers. No, it's 20 trees stuck in one place. cool that you can render all this shit. I have no idea what's going on. Yes, I do. Alright, in 1.5 minutes I will cook the results, but it's getting out of control, this compilation time. And it can only get worse from here, not better. And the happy thing is, you won't have to deal with this. Only I will have to deal with the compilation time, for no reason. This slowly makes me evil and wants me to give you loading screens. Because you won't have to suffer through it. Shockingly, not a single flower has spawned. Because I didn't update? There's no way. Okay, this is really bad. Because I missed. I can extrude these things a little bit. Man, why did I miss? What is that, by the way? Is there more blocks inside? I don't get it. Well, I can always disrespect it for not giving me flowers. Turn it into a fucking galaxy if I want to. Bastards. Okay, the flowers were 0 along the X and Y axis, so... Still gotta get a hang of this. And the garden is ready for viewing pleasure. It actually looks amazing. Honestly. Even though we didn't do rocks yet. I would prefer to extrude these diamond blocks a little bit. Not too much, just halfway. But yeah, that's it. It's that easy. And I can spawn many of them, and I can fucking swirl them around me because I am invincible. Now, because there's technically 3 layers available, like there's a logic layer, and then you can choose which blocks to use for the logic. So you can see how it's exactly the same code for like yellow flower, grass, and blue flower. Tulip is a little bit like larger, so it literally has this number changed in the logic. So pretty much logic is also going to be its own thing, and then the blocks themselves, whatever you want to use, is going to be also declared separately. Alright, so I show you this, now I show you this. Okay, I needed to add more randomization. It just follows the fucking height map. Okay, that actually looks pretty stupid then. Again, I'm gonna default into whatever comes out as the final. Let's see it. Well, it is what it is. It's a shrine, guys. Are there blocks missing? There could be blocks missing. That would be nice. I don't see it. What? When I want my window. Okay, that one also sucks. Alright. Anyways, it's gonna be the best I can do for now. And yes, some of them are higher. But whatever. I don't really like the texture on this. Okay, that looks cleaner because the tree is normal. Okay. It's not bad, but I just don't like the shading overall. And that's just overall issue I have for many years now. They look much better far away. Like little fire or wheat patterns. And it's time to mess things up. Here we go. We win now. I do like leaves being treated like trash. Oh, wow. Anyway, see you guys next time. World building, yay! Flying through these is still better than building worlds. Shit. I gotta make sure YouTube Rewind has some of this stuff. It's the best shader ever. Nothingness. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. And so we recreated the garden and this. Easy, bro.